So, how to find your elopement attire. So, in this IGTV episode, we're going to talk all things elopement attire. We're going to talk about the factors that you need to consider in your attire, depending on what your elopement day might look like, what that experience might be like, places to shop, the works. So, I want to start by saying that your elopement attire does not have to be a black tux or a white gown. It doesn't. We're kind of reinventing the rules here, right? We're kind of actually not even reinventing them. We're taking them and throwing them away. The elopement day is all about you. So if you feel most beautiful and most timeless in a black jumpsuit, then go for it. If you feel most timeless and comfortable in a two-piece like skirt and top, go for it. If you feel most comfortable in maybe some kind of cool combination of tux dress, like I don't know, maybe like a blazer over a dress, or some kind of really cool cape over a suit, like whatever it is that makes you feel you and makes you feel just comfortable, timeless, just unapologetically you, go for it. Doesn't have to be white, doesn't have to be black. You can go for color. Think about the environment that you're going to be eloping in. If it's going to be cold, maybe a light white dress is not the best way to go about it. Maybe you want to stand out from all the snow, and maybe you want to wear a gown that's colorful or a suit that's colorful. You kind of can start from scratch. This entire experience from inception to completion is yours, and don't feel bad if you want to kind of push the boundaries a little bit. But that isn't to say that if you don't want to stay traditional and you want to wear a white dress or a black tux, then you can. It's whatever you want to wear. So let's dive in. I want to start with the kind of the logistics of eloping and what that might look like, and then how you need to, the things you need to consider in the clothing that you wear on an elopement day. So if you're a couple who is having some sort of hiking elopement, or you're doing some kind of excursion outside, having some big, heavy outfit is probably not going to be suitable for you. Same thing goes if you guys are getting on a plane and traveling somewhere far. You probably don't want to have to pack this really huge, big, heavy, tight dress or suit. So it's okay to start thinking of attire that is maybe more lightweight, packable. So if you are hiking, you probably don't want to hike in a gown or in a suit. You probably want to hike to your spot. Maybe you have like a lightweight blanket. I carry like these blanket scarves in my backpack because they're really, really lightweight, but they're really big. And I'm just now bought some clips so that I can clip these scarves up, or hold them up for people to change behind, kind of make like a changing tent. You can buy the tents, but they're just really big to carry around, so I don't. So most people that hike for their elopement want to just hike to their location, and then once they get to the mountaintop or mountainside or wherever they are, they want to change when they're there. They don't want to have to maneuver in their attire. You can maneuver in your attire. Maybe you don't want to change. Maybe you want to get your dress and your suit really dirty and you want like your clothes to soak up the day. In that case, you probably still want to wear something that's lightweight so that you're comfortable all day long. You want to make sure that if you are buying a dress, you want to make sure that it's something that you can really pick up, and so you can walk over boulders, or something that is not going to be really tight up here. You want to be able to breathe. You want to be able to sweat. You might want to consider something that's not like has a really super long train. That way things aren't getting stuck and sticks aren't getting stuck. Even if you're somebody who wants to get your dress dirty, like getting your dress stuck on leaves and sticks and stuff can just be dangerous and can be annoying. So think about what the day is going to look like, and then logistically, like realistically and logistically, what kind of clothing would be best suited for that activity or that weather or whatever. So think about your environment. Think about the packing and the traveling that you're doing. If you are hiking and you want to change when you get to the mountaintop, are you really going to want to carry this big heavy gown in a garment bag on your back all the way up the mountain when you also have a backpack filled with water and snacks and headlamps and all of that, like your hiking gear? Probably not. You're probably going to want to have something that you can maybe roll up and pack really tight and shove into your backpack, or like attach to your hip, or something that maybe you can like carry in a separate smaller bag on your front, or clip on to your backpack, whatever it may be. You probably just want something that's going to be packable. And with packability comes wrinkle factor. So I think this is something that a lot of brides don't really consider, but when you are eloping, you're probably not going to have access all day long to a steamer. You can buy the little handheld steamers that pack in your backpack, but again, that's something else you have to shove into your backpack. They don't really work that great, especially on thick textiles. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Especially like suits and stuff like that. They just don't work that well. So you're really going to want to like iron out wrinkles, if you even care about wrinkles. Or you can look for materials that don't really wrinkle. So rather than getting something that's like silk or chiffon that's going to pick up a wrinkle, maybe you look for something that's lace. Lace really doesn't wrinkle that much. Lace can be heavy though, so you kind of have to pick and choose what you want there. Or something that's beaded. Beaded things don't really wrinkle at all because of the weight of the beads, kind of pull all the wrinkles out. But again, beads can be heavy. So you kind of have to find that balance between the activities that you're doing that day. Realistically, can you wear it all day long? Would you rather wear it all day long, or would you rather put it into a backpack? And if you want to put it into a backpack, maybe shop for materials that won't wrinkle as much, or maybe you pick a dark color dress or suit that you can't see the wrinkles very well in the photos, and something that packs really tight and compact and can kind of be easy and out of the way. So comfort and your environment, wrinkle factor, packability for traveling. Another thing is layering. So if you are a couple who is going to be outside most of the day on your elopement day, you're probably going to either start with a sunrise or a sunset, or, your bottom line is you're going to be outside all day long, and the weather is going to shift, especially if you are in the mountains or even the desert where the nights are freezing and the days are hot. You're sweating all day. I know that when I was in Yosemite this past October, it was like you could see your breath. It was so cold, but I kid you not, within a minute and a half of the sun rising, it was like 80 degrees and it was hot. We were shedding layers. So you really want to consider attire that you can layer. So especially if you're wearing like a suit, suits are really good for this, where you can wear multiple layers underneath your suit, or even put the suit on over your layers and take layers off. So looking for things like Under Armour, like the long leg, long sleeve, like insulated Under Armour. Maybe wearing a couple different pairs of leggings. Now you have to be careful with this, because Under Armour works by trapping your body heat. So that means that you need a layer of air between the clothing and your body. And you also, if you're hiking, you want to be able to sweat. So if you're an avid hiker, just ignore this like minute and a half that I'm about to say, because you know exactly what I'm about to say. But you need material that like is a cotton or natural material that breathes, that your sweat can escape, your body heat can escape. And you don't want the clothing to be so tight to your body that there's no air between the clothing and your body. So what you want it to do is create this like extra pocket of insulated warm air from your body heat. That's how you stay warm. So if you're wearing Under Armour that's super tight to your body and you're like putting layers of Under Armour over, you're probably really not going to stay that warm, because there's no air between your skin and the layers of clothes. You're just packing material as close to your skin as possible. And you're going to feel uncomfortable because of the rubbing and the sweat. So if you're hiking, you need to think about those things. And don't just wear one layer, wear multiple layers, or at least pack multiple layers of jackets, Under Armour, socks. Pack multiple pairs of socks in case your socks get damp and you need to change them out. There's nothing worse than wet socks on your elopement day. You want to be comfortable on your elopement day. You don't want to feel self-conscious. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to, oh, I wish that I had brought a second pair of, Under Armour because I'm freezing and I'm shivering this whole time. You want to make sure that everything that you wear on your elopement day feels 100% you and comfortable. And you don't have to even think about it. You're just walking through your elopement day, feeling incredible. So we've talked about packability and layering. I think another thing you have to consider is changing your clothes. So even if you buy this really incredible dress, you might not want to wear it all day. So maybe then rather than buying one outfit, you buy multiple outfits and kind of break up the day. So if you are hiking, maybe you wear like a really lightweight, beautiful gown for your hiking, and then you can change later. So if you have like a sunrise ceremony, you can have a really beautiful gown and then you can change out of that. This is where like two-piece or convertible dresses are really amazing. And then of course, if you're having like a party after the hiking, then you can put something maybe more comfortable and elaborate on, or less comfortable, more elaborate on, for if you're just going to be like hanging out with friends and family. Vice versa, maybe you start the day off with like massages at a spa. Maybe you're getting pictures taken during that time. You want to wear something really light and silky like a robe. So think about the activities of the day and consider having multiple outfits for each activity. So don't think that you have to wear this one lightweight dress all day long. You can change out into other attires. And I'm sure you're all aware that you can wear multiple things on your wedding day, but some people just need reassurance that that's okay. Yes, it's okay. I wore 2 dresses on my wedding day, and I don't regret it for a minute. I love both of my gowns, and I think it was a really good choice. So with that said, a lot of people don't want to spend a ton of money when they are eloping. They want to spend more money on maybe a really incredible photographer or staying in a really beautiful accommodation. Maybe they're choosing something like a helicopter elopement or some kind of excursion that costs money. And so they don't really care so much about spending thousands of dollars on dresses and suits and multiple outfits and layers and all this. They'd rather put their money into their other aspects of their day. So I have a quick little list here of places you can start shopping, but I also have a Pinterest board. So if you actually go to Pinterest and go to my account, I'm going to check it real quick to make sure that I'm giving the right account. Alyssa Vanzo. Yeah, it's just pinterest.com/Alyssa Vanzo, all one word, all lowercase. I have a board in here called Elopement Dress Inspiration. And I shop all the time for elopement dresses. And I'm always keeping all of these factors in mind. So weight, accessibility, timelessness, comfort, layering, all of those in mind, and have this really large collection of gowns. And they're all on like really affordable online retailers. So you could go to my Pinterest board, check that out. But another couple of stores that you might want to try for both tuxes and dresses are like ASOS, Generation Tux, Black Tux, Lulu's, Reformation, Revolve, Shona Joy, Beholden, which is like BHLDN, which is like a sister company to Anthropologie. You can look at Free People, Rachel Pally. A ton of options online for you. You don't have to go to a big bridal store. You can shop online. You can also, a little trick for you is to go to used wedding dress websites like stillwhite.com or pre-owned wedding dresses. This is actually where I bought my really beautiful wedding gown. It was from stillwhite.com. I got a steal, originally like a $3,500 dress that I got for $700. Not even kidding. Really high-end brand, high-end lace. It was beautiful, but you can check that out as well. So kind of give a pre-worn dress a new life. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Have so much fun finding your attire. I think this is one of the most enjoyable processes of the entire thing besides finding your location. So have fun. And if you have any questions, let me know.